The world watched, holding its breath. On June 23, 2025, President Donald Trump announced a complete ceasefire between Israel and Iran from the White House. This wasn't just a pause, it was a formal agreement to end hostilities. The news sent shockwaves worldwide, as the region had been on the brink of catastrophic war. For decades, Israel and Iran have been bitter enemies, fueling proxy wars and instability. The recent escalation brought them closer to all-out war than ever before, threatening to draw in the US and disrupt global oil supplies. Now, a ceasefire, however fragile, offered a rare glimmer of hope. In Tel Aviv and Tehran, citizens felt cautious optimism, hoping for an end to daily fear. Yet, skepticism ran deep. Analysts warned of powerful factions on both sides eager to see the deal fail. The Middle East's history is littered with broken peace agreements. President Trump called it the Deal of the Century Part 2, touting American strength and leadership. He praised Israeli and Iranian leaders for stepping back from the brink. But beneath the celebration, everyone knew this was just the start of a new uncertain chapter. The ceasefire was not the end, only the beginning of a difficult road ahead. The path to ceasefire was paved with violence and secret diplomacy. On June 21, 2025, U.S. airstrikes targeted Iranian nuclear sites, aiming to halt Iran's nuclear ambitions. Iran retaliated, launching missiles and drones at Israel, sparking panic but stopping short of all-out war. As tensions soared, Qatar's Prime Minister Sheikh Mohammed quietly shuttled between capitals, mediating behind the scenes. Iran demanded sanctions relief and security guarantees. Israel wanted a halt to Iran's nuclear program and proxy support. President Trump used both threats and incentives to push for a deal. Ultimately, intense pressure and Qatari diplomacy brought both sides to the table for the ceasefire. If it holds, the ceasefire could reshape the Middle East. Iran agreed to cap uranium enrichment and allow full IAEA inspections, going further than the 2015 nuclear deal. In return, some sanctions would be eased, giving Iran's battered economy room to recover. A stable Iran could mean less regional aggression, or more resources for its proxies. For Israel and Sunni Arab states, the deal delays the threat of a nuclear Iran. The US reaffirmed its central role, but Arab allies may now seek their own diplomatic paths with Tehran. The agreement creates a joint commission, including the US, Qatar, Israel, and Iran, to oversee compliance. This direct communication is unprecedented. If trust can be built, it could serve as a model for future peace efforts. But if the deal collapses, the region could face an even greater conflict. President Trump's approach embodies the so-called Trump doctrine: disruption, pressure, and deal-making. Supporters see the ceasefire as proof that bold action, not traditional diplomacy, forced Iran to negotiate. They argue that military strikes and sanctions showed American resolve, making a deal possible. Trump's unconventional style, they say, broke the deadlock where others failed. For his base, this is a foreign policy triumph. America first, but not isolationist. The narrative Trump acted while others hesitated, restoring American strength. The ceasefire is held up as evidence that the Trump doctrine delivers real results, but critics see a different story. Critics warn Trump's strategy was a reckless gamble that nearly sparked a regional war. They argue that abandoning the 2015 nuclear deal and reimposing sanctions pushed Iran to the brink. The ceasefire, they say, is a temporary fix for a crisis Trump created. Skeptics fear Iran will use sanctions relief to regroup, not reform, and that the deal doesn't address its support for proxies or missile program. For Iran, the deal could empower hardliners or reformers. For Israel, security still depends on an uneasy enemy. For America, questions remain. Is peace achieved through force or diplomacy? The ceasefire has paused war, but the region's core conflicts endure. Is this the dawn of lasting peace, or just a fragile pause before the next storm? If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more updates.